I said, what's this? It's your kiss.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Tina Rose.
Well, let's get the party started. You know, everybody has to BYOB on this. As I said, there's no masks. So that's the good news. And I'm just so thrilled to have everybody support me because my first background's in art and graphics and advertising, and I ran a film location agency, and I sold turn of the century homes in Los Angeles, and got married and got my marriage and family therapist thing and my school psychology deal. And oh gosh. And so it was really, really interesting. I wrote a book. Alana, my daughter here, had she's so gorgeous. If anybody can see her, you'll agree. Anyway, she had a trying time with, quote, mean girls when she was in middle school. And my heart went out to her. And so I went back to the National Mean Girls Conference. Yeah, truly. There is a National Mean Girls Conference on the East Coast. I went. I happened to meet the producers. They happened to give me a ride to the airport. I told them Alana's story, and they asked me to present the following year at their national conference in Vegas. So Alana and I created an inspirational card deck. I created a guide. I went to work for 2 years, not for money, but just for the cause, because my heart went out. And working in schools as a school psychologist, I could see how rampant this was. Anyway, I was up on stage, on this big auditorium at one of the huge hotels, and I thought, what would up the ante? What would make me a better public speaker? What on the scary meter does that? And I realized, gee, I could be jumping off a cliff or, flying out of a helicopter or doing something like that. But what about singing in front of people? That's like really scary. And so, so out of the shower I came, and I hope my singing coach, Roby, is here. But I decided to take some group singing classes called Finding Your Voice. And Roby she's a Reverend Roby from a spiritual center, and has a wonderful personality and a wonderful style. And she actually would choose your song for you, whether you liked it or not. You had to learn it. And then in 8 to 10 weeks, up on stage, you'd go to perform. And so for me at the time, being a single mom and working full time, and I was taking care of my folks, and a lot of pressures. And I found that singing actually was therapeutic, and I was hooked and went into karaoke. And one day I went to a friend's topping off party. His home had burned down, and I happened, hey Joey, oh my gosh, hi. Anyway, I happened to be called up on stage by the band leader, an R&B band. He says, well, I see you can dance, but can you sing? And, with all the well, I guess I'm kind of nervy at times. And I jumped up on stage, grabbed the mic, and we sang an Aretha Franklin song that Alana and I used to sing when she was little. And, after that, he said, I want you to record in my studio. And I was way too shy. I took 2 more years of the group singing process, and then looked him up and started singing with the R&B band. And that lasted maybe a year, 2 years. And I was a special guest vocalist. I never had time to practice with the band. But the band leader had a little granddaughter from Nashville who was 6 years old, and she had a very serious illness. And for those of you that may not know, I ghostwrite love letters for others. Anyhow, one day I woke up and I was thinking of this man, the band leader's granddaughter, and I just had this intuitive sense that she was going to transition. And I couldn't get it out of my head that her name is patience. Who would name their child Patience as the parents and the family and deal with this? So I started writing a poem about her. And then midway through, I jump out of bed. I yell, "My kingdom for a pen, please, somebody." And I wrote my first song in 10 minutes, called the band leader. And he said, "Dang, we're putting that to music." And that's kind of how I got encouraged and inspired to start writing songs. It opened a gate for me. I had permission on some level, and I started writing songs, and they just would come over me. It was weird. And for those of you that are songwriters out there, I know Lynn is, and Thorald and Isaac and Dave and a number of others. You can't really plan this stuff. You're inspired. So anyhow, fast forward, I went to a mastermind over a year ago in Las Vegas. We were at the Liberace mansion and all this cool stuff. And I happened to meet the very beautiful Lynn Rose, who's with us today, and who's an amazing singer-songwriter. And Lynn and I were having girl talk. And I said, "Gosh, it's like a hobby of mine. I've written some songs." She goes, "Really? Let me hear the lyrics." So I spoke some lyrics, and she said, "Excuse me." And then she introduced me to the Brothers Koren. Do you remember that, Lynn? Do you remember
Oh, I'll
that?
never forget. Because we're at a business marketing mastermind. It's like the leading marketers in the world. And she's talking about music and lyrics. And like, okay, well, people can say they write lyrics and whatever. And then she's like, shows me, and it's awesome. It's brilliant. And I go, and she was saying how she wants to sing. I said, okay, you have to meet the Koren brothers. You have to do music with them. Take this and do anyway. And then, of course, you're such a go-getter. What to do? Bam! You went right away and you did it, and you did a whole album and anything else.
I know. And so our Thorald. So yeah. So you were the gatekeeper. Okay. You raised the flag and let me come through. And is Thorald and Isaac, are they here? Are they on?
We're here. Of course, we're here.
Oh, there they are. There they are.
Hi,
Can you
Lynn.
imagine having the opportunity to sing with these handsome men?
Oh,
Well, we're so proud of you, Tina.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
yeah,
Thank
so,
you.
so proud of this moment
Happy
as
for
you
you.
share and celebrate and gather this incredible community around you. You're such a manifester. And
Indeed.
the one thing I'd love to share in this proud moment is that not very many people can trust that creative channel like you can. And we
Mm.
all have that possibility if we grant ourselves permission. And you've heard these incredible downloads, and we had the pleasure of just helping call in song and melody, and I mean not melody, helping call in chords to hold you.
I mean, we had to change
these
our
melodies.
whole process really because of the incredible kind of source and downloader you are. You just, these songs are channeling through you, and
Yeah.
so we felt truly honored to kind of help them be birthed, and
Yeah,
we're here,
so happy to be a part
servants
of
to
it.
this moment.
Congratulations! Can't wait to get to share this to everyone.
Oh.
And thank you, Lynn, too, for
And thank you, Lynn.
making this introduction, and
Oh, right.
for everyone else for supporting Tina.
You see, Thorald and Isaac, they have a songwriter's journey program, and where they take you on the journey and they help you to create your music. So I will never forget. We started having these Zoom calls like maybe once a week, and Isaac and I were on a Zoom call, and he says in that adorable Australian accent, "So, it's like your lyrics are so alive. Have you ever thought of possibly a melody?" And I said, "Well, duh. How could I write a song without a melody?" And Isaac said, "Well, most of the people we work with, they have their lyrics, no melody, or the melody, no lyrics, and that's where we give them the extra boost and da da da." And he said, "Well, would you sing?" And I said, "Okay, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm in my dining room on my computer. You want me to just sing now, right?" "Yes." Okay. So I did. He recorded my voice because I assumed, to be honest, that there would be another musician that I was producing the music, but there would be some other amazing singer singing. And it was just a jaw-dropping experience when the next day Isaac called and said, "Okay, I recorded your voice. I shared it with Thorald, and we think you're like a female Elvis. You have a trill." And I said, "A what?" They said, "Yeah, you've got this trill thing going on." And I'm like, "What?" So they said, "So we would like to produce every song you've ever written, and we don't want anyone but you to sing them." You can't even imagine at this stage of life. Like I said, I've had careers and family and marriage and, all kinds of stuff. So it was really just such a blessing, a godsend. Yeah, definitely. Divinely available. I'll just say that, a gift. So really, it's been fabulous. So we have created, and then of course with COVID, the experience, things were delayed somewhat, but we moved through that. And then I would like to introduce Dave, and I don't know if his Himalaya, his wife, his lovely wife, who's a Bollywood dancer and yoga mistress, or whatever. Anyway, they put on crazy, cuckoo crazy musicals and all kinds of things. And Dave, are you there with us?
I am. I'm right here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
wonderful to be a part of this process and for me to be a part of, first of all, you came to me with your audiobook. And then, of course, that went into, hey, I'm also a singer and I'm going to create an audiobook that has music to it. So that I've been able to support you along this journey. And you have an amazing team already set up and established. So I'm grateful that I could be one of many divine puzzle pieces to have this come to life. So this is very exciting.
Yeah, Dave's been wonderful at holding my hand, as well as Tiffany, the graphic designer, and Gandalf the Grateful, Bob the Builder, and a shout out to Jim at your service. So I've had quite a beautiful support team, a support system, and I can't say enough. It was really just so everything's been so serendipitous, how I happened to meet this person and happened to meet that person. And it really is, I just feel very blessed, I'll just put it that way, to come to this time. We're at the pinnacle at midnight. The music goes worldwide on all the sites. And yeah, it's fabulous. So I so appreciate everyone's support. You have no idea. And who am I forgetting now? Is Violet in the audience? Is Violet here? Okay. Now, a friend of mine, it's her birthday today. She'll probably pop on later, and she wanted a shout out for that. So she's Aquarius, obviously. And we have a new moon in Aquarius just arriving right now. So anyhow, yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else I might have missed in this process, just because, we've got a lot going on and I don't want to overlook, but I do want to say we will have a chance to maybe people can offer commentary and such. Let me start off with this. Would anyone like to hear a song? No?
Yes.
Yes, please, yes, please.
Okay. All right.
Please.
Okay. So every song has a story. Yeah. And so this one, the Your Kiss song, has to do with my experience and other women I've spoken to, women in particular, that maybe have met someone and they're just, I think a man could relate to this too, just like overwhelmed with the chemistry, and it's like, God, I'm just so drawn to this person. I don't know them that well. Can I trust them? Are they a good person? Blah, blah, the conversation in the head. But the bottom line is, and maybe, some of us have been, gone through a few rocks in the road along the way. So you're a little trepidatious about it. Uh, but anyway, it's, nevertheless, it's there. So it's an irresistible energy force that has to do with passion, chemistry, and, well, that kiss thing. So, Tiffany, do you want to put on the music, obviously, the beautiful music by the brothers?
Yes.
And I think I did, before we get started, I think I did overlook a couple people. Is Christel Camino here and Amy Shadowlight? Have they arrived yet? Okay, they may, some people are probably going to be stressed. There are other fabulous musicians. I'll introduce them as they come in. And, if I don't see them, let me know they're here. Okay, Dave or Tiffany? Okay, so, all right.
Ready?
Let's go. I can't get over you while I'm still under you. I better run away. You got the touch I love so much. Then you beg me to stay. You tickle my neck, I feel like a wreck. I get so confused, don't want to be you. Well, my body's a rush and I got a big crush. Uh-oh, what's this? I said, what's this? It's your kiss. I can't get over you while I'm still under you. Don't need another mistake. Oh, the scent of your skin now won't give in. How much more can I take? I love the allure, I wish I was sure. I get so confused, don't want to be you. Yeah, my body's a rush and I got a big crush. Uh-oh, what's this? It's your kiss. You're not the one, still I'm all undone. Oh, I got my pride, you already lied. Yeah, the chemistry grows, feeling down on my toes. Oh, baby, no, whatever you say. I can't get over you, I'm still under you. I better run away. I get so confused, don't wanna be used. You're squeezing me tight, it feels so right. My head's spinning round, I need to lie down. Uh-oh, what's this? It's your kiss. I say, what's this? It's your kiss. I say, what's this? Well, yeah, it's your kiss.
Hooray! Woo!
Yeah. So So all of my songs obviously have a story or a reference. And the reason we named the album Love Letters is because they are messages. And that's kind of my other specialty is I write love letters for other people. I've been doing it for like 17 years. And I think the word talk. Anyway, so that's how that came about. And anybody have any questions so far, or want to introduce themselves, or want to get to know anything more about the process, or anything like that? Anyone? Nope. Okay. All
Well, a
right.
lot of people are muted, so feel free, anyone,
Oh,
to
yes.
unmute yourself if you
Oh
has
yeah,
a.
there's a little
Oh,
mute.
what if we just went around and said whatever's there for us and celebrating this journey and what you're
Oh,
sharing?
I'd love that.
Because, I mean, that you have these talents and these gifts, and how many people go to the grave with them inside, never really giving it a chance to express and explore. And what's so beautiful about the Koren brothers is they know how to get right to your essence and bring it forward in the most brilliant way. Like you are on the radio, top of the line, and you're already like getting your music. Well, maybe I'm speaking out of turn, but you're already like working your music out there in the real world. I'll let you say whatever you're going to say about it. But, it's just, you took the ball and ran with it, and you have this, a beautiful expression and talent. And it's very inspiring. And so we can, for those who want to celebrate or just acknowledge, I think it's important because it takes something to do. And I just really, really am inspired by what you've done.
Oh, thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you. And by the way, you'll notice this is a Lynn Rose, and I'm now I've got my new alter ego or whatever, my new identity as Tina Rose. I thought about it and I thought Christine Grant. It sounds like a therapist or something, maybe even a writer, but. It didn't resonate for me with being the energy behind letting loose, because when you're singing, when you're doing music, it's like you have to give yourself permission to really get out of your own way. And so I thought, okay, well, I'll do Christine Rose, and I spell my name with a K. My middle name is Rose, but it was already taken, I think, by a Playboy bunny. And so that was out. And then I have a whole set of friends from Mexico, and they have always called me Tina. And so I thought, okay, let's see if Tina Rose is available, and voila, it was. So there I be. And so yes, so welcome the new side of me, or the new aspect of me, or my alter ego, as I say. So anyhow, yeah, would anyone else like to comment about their own experience with music, or
Chris, hello. This is
yes.
Nancy Wolf, and I
Oh,
wanted
Nancy.
to say that I've known you for many, many years, and the many lives you've led with success and everything you've done. And I'm very, very proud of you, proud of what you've been doing the last few years, and proud of what you're doing now. Just wanted you to know.
Oh, Nancy, you're so sweet. Nancy is from Ethiopia originally and speaks like at least 7 languages, has her own travel agency, and does commercial real estate. And she is the kindest, sweetest person ever. Yes. And we have known each other for gazillions of lifetimes, I'm sure. So thank you, sweetheart. Love you. Thank you.
Love you too. Wish you all the best. Bye,
Thank
honey.
you.
I'm so proud of you, Mom.
Oh, Alana.
I love you. I've seen your whole journey with this, like from starting off doing karaoke every Friday night. Like, it's so beautiful how far you've come, and I'm so proud of you. I love you.
Oh, I love you so much, Angel. Yes, my Alana Joy, who's actually at the age of 11 was a Del Mar all-star singer. She sang at the racetrack. There were 300 entries entry people. And they chose 20 kids to perform. And she sang a cappella, I'm Walking on Sunshine. Remember that song? Yeah. What, do you remember that, Alana?
Yeah, I do.
She was 11 years old and just so, so precious. And Alana does play some music, guitar, and I think you took a little piano or keyboarding, but yeah, wow. Yeah. And she has been such a support system for me. She is, yeah, very much a love of my life. So thank you, sweetie.
Love
Means
you.
a lot. I love you
Everett
too.
says hi.
Oh, yes. Isn't he the most precious angel ever? Oh, gosh. My little grandson. Yes. Everett. I dreamt about him when he was born. I literally had dreams and he would speak to me before he spoke. So it was very cool. Okay. So let's see, where are we at time wise? Because I have a few more songs I want to sing. I don't even know what time it is. But would anyone like to hear another song? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this song is called Calling You Out. Okay. And the backstory on this, there's I think it's always been around this type of behavior, but I think from what I understand, it's becoming more it's not, I don't think it'll ever be acceptable, but I think it's becoming more common. And it's that term ghosting. I don't know if anyone has ever experienced that, but where you think, gee, I'm forming this great relationship, this great friendship, connection with another, and then out of the blue, without a word, they just drop off the map. It's like, oh my God, what did I do? Did I say something wrong? Did I offend or, what the heck? I mean, it really is disconcerting. And it actually happened to me. It never happened so glaringly as it did when COVID hit. And everybody was in lockdown at the time. I was, not in a relationship, by myself. And a very handsome man that had been following me on Facebook for many years, like 6 years, somehow got my phone number and called me. And, I'm bored. I'm in COVID. I'm in lockdown. And we had this amazing rapport, and we would be on the phone for quite a while, and we'd speak on the phone several days a week. And actually, at least 2 or 3 months went by, and we decided to actually meet. He lives in Newport Beach, and made all these plans. And I never heard hide nor hair again. And so I was miffed. I was like, are you kidding me? Taking up my time, my space, my energy, duping me? Like, what is this? And so hence we have the next song, Calling You Out. You ready for this? All right, Tiffany. Oh, fabulous sax. I'm calling you out now, 'cause you never called me. I'm calling you out, babe. This ain't gonna be fun. Oh, you'll be so sorry you missed out on this one. I'm calling you out now. You just played with my heart. You got all my hopes up. Thought I found a new star. Well, you left me high and dry. My soul it may sing. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. Gonna capture that dream. Well, you done me so wrong, but I'm coming back strong. I'm bouncing back, Jane. I'm calling you out.
I'm calling you out.
Never calling you
I'm
back.
calling you I'm calling you out.
I'm calling you out now, 'cause you left me alone. I was charmed and disarmed. I should have known. Now you're ghosting me. I'll be toasting, you see. I'm calling you out now. You just played with my heart. Got all my hopes up. Thought I found a new stuff. Rejection ain't nothing but God's protection. No loss, no worries, no tears. What can I say now? No longer. Adios.
I'm calling you out.
Pour the bubbly.
I'm calling you out.
Cheers.
I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out.
I'm calling you out. You missed out on this one. You said friends to the end. Yeah, you did well. The end has come.
I'm calling you out. I'm calling
'Cause you
you
left
out.
me alone.
I'm calling you
I'm
out. I'm calling you out.
calling you out now. Anyway, that's my message to those peeps. You know? Yeah. So, I can't, for some reason, I'm not techie. Okay, no lie. So, anyway, I don't know that I can see everyone that's here, and so, but if anyone has a comment, who else would like to share? You know, Dawn, I'd like to say something to or ask you to share, because you're actually in my audio book Relationship that's coming out in about a month. You're my male actor that reads all the letters from men. Do you want to talk a little bit?
I was just going to pipe up actually when you
Oh.
mentioned me. Recently I became involved in this project, not knowing the musical side of this, when you asked me to do the audible of your wonderful book. And your book, I had a great appreciation for just the subject matter. As 4 years ago, you were the first guest on our radio show. I did a radio show for a long time with a therapist, Paula Shaw. You were our very first guest, and I was so struck. You just give Christine any topic, and this girl can fly with it. And I wanted to have you on as a regular after that. I mean, you were just fascinating, and your ability just to flow with whatever's going on. Then I saw you sing at a comedy club you invited me to some time ago. So when you asked me to do the audible for your book, I just jumped at it and met your studio people, and Dave Kemp and DTO and Tiffany, and it's an amazing studio experience. So you have left nothing on the table, girl. I am so proud of you.
Oh.
And isn't that the secret of life is to explore what's inside you, these talents, and not just leave this planet with these things. I see this as an artist. I'm a painter, and people that come into this class late in life that have been sitting on this talent all these years, and here you are just letting it go, like running like the wind, like Black Fury here. And what you've put together with Dave Kemp and your other friends is really amazing. The quality and all the talent that has come to bear on this thing. So I'm just enjoying watching you, girl.
Dawn, thank you. Thank you, my friend. I mean, really, Dawn happened to call me one night out of the blue just to check in and say hi. And I said, Dawn, I'm kind of busy right now. I'm getting ready. I'm doing this audio book. And he said, oh, on your letter writing. And he said, I'll do it. I'll be the actor. Cause I said, I just interviewed a man to, play the male in reading the love letters, but he sounded like a newscaster. And I completely forgot that Don is an amazing actor. He's done plays and musicals all over San Diego. He is, I mean, talk about talent galore and letting it fly. He's super amazing, just in every way.
Well,
You are in every way.
you're so kind. But if anybody thinks doing an Audible book is easy, maybe
Ugh.
under some circumstances, but when you have the author right there looking at every word you're saying, and she expects you to get some pull out of each one of those phrases. You tested me, girl.
Well, look at it this way. I kept you preoccupade during COVID, right? I mean, what else are you doing? You might as well read some love letters, correct?
Well, it was
How much Netflix can we do?
and some of those letters I was crying reading. I mean, you get emotional when you're reading some of these.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there was one letter. This man had not spoken to his daughter in 30 years. And he, in my estimation, was a PTSD victim from Vietnam War, and he wasn't handling it too well, and his life didn't go so well. And he ended up, the mother of his daughter got married to someone and said, little Mandy just needs one whole family. And I intuitively thought, well, this guy's either drinking or something's not going right. Anyway, I wrote, without ever meeting him, I met his sister, and he had contracted a disease that was slowly taking him away. Let's put it that way. And so I wrote the letter to the daughter, and I cried when I received the letter back, or I got a copy of it. It was so beautiful what the daughter said. She said, thank you. For this letter. It means the world to me. It really opened my heart, and I needed it. And truly, I'm so grateful. I have 3 fathers. You, the father that gave me life, my stepfather who finally accepted me as one of his own, and my father in heaven. It was really beautiful. And then she flew to see her dad and spent the rest, pretty much the next a year and a half or so of his life with him. So it is a tearjerker, but there's, I have another friend of mine, hopefully he's on the call, is Dr. Jeffrey Benton in the house. Is he here? Okay. All these friends will be there. Anyway, he endorsed me. He wrote a book, and he's an alternative healer, chiropractor from Beverly Hills. And he did say that he couldn't stop crying through the book. So it's real life stuff. And it was my honor to channel in and be a conduit for the healing and reconnecting that occurred, and even the letting go for some people. So anyway, okay then. So anyone else want to pipe in and share, or just, make a comment or have a question? Be sure and take your mic off if that's the case.
Yeah, that was some good singing, Christine.
Oh, thank you. Is that Bob?
No, that's me. It's me, Porna.
Oh, Porna. Hi.
Yeah.
Thank
Hi.
you so much, Porna. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you. So yeah, and if anyone is interested in getting the album, there's 10 songs that I have created with the brothers, and a couple songs we added in, beautiful saxophone and jazz violin. And those artists are amazing. But anyway, it can be accessible through tinarosemusic.com up until midnight tonight. And you can get it at quite a reduced price. I think it's $8 and some change. And then as of tomorrow, it will go worldwide, as they say, on all the sites. And it's like, pinch me, really pinch me. So anyhow, yeah. So anyone else want to share anything?
I do.
Hi,
Yes.
Christy.
Who's there? Oh my God, Yelena. Oh gosh, Yelena. How are you? Yelena's a beautiful photographer. And yeah, she's a beautiful spiritual lady. And yeah, so wonderful to see you, Yelena. Yelena did the photo of me for the Your Kiss song, where I am in the kind of mermaid style green dress, sitting on the rocks.
Oh, yay.
That's a Yelena. Yes.
Sexy, sexy.
Oh gosh.
Congratulations, Christina. So happy for you, Christine. So happy.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thanks for being here. Okay.
Chris, I've got a few things to add.
Yes. Oh, is that Bradley?
It certainly is.
Oh my God. This is my former love of my life. Okay. Hey, you.
Hey, you. Boy, I'll tell you, talking about somebody who's rediscovering herself umpteen times, the amount of initials on the back of your name are running out, for which we don't have a card big enough for that. Now we can add lyricist, singer, arranger, to already a masseuse, psychiatrist.
Oh yeah, I forgot all that.
Yeah.
Psychotherapist.
Therapist and a host of many others. Congratulations, Chris, for
thank you so much, Brad. Thank you.
Adding yet another thing to your bucket list.
Yeah. Yeah. And Brad, you were really you were amazing to spend the years we were together. As far as, my gosh, this is doctoradventure.com. He was a doctor when I met him. And then 13 years later, when we parted company, he created the doctoradventure.com business. He takes people on high risk adventure travel all over the world. So I am lucky to be alive after being married to Brad, and not for abuse, but for the travel adventures. Yes, we climbed Mount Rainier together. We took camels across the desert in Pakistan for weeks and camped out. We dove off cliffs in Jamaica 3 weeks after I met him. And no, seriously, we've been to the far reaches of the planet. I spoke to someone today from India, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've been there, done that. So, it's like really, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all the adventures, Brad. So
welcome.
much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about this song. Okay, this is one of those songs where, and this doesn't apply to those of you that are in committed partnership, living together, married, etc. This has to do with people that are out there in the dating world and looking for love, sometimes in the wrong places, perhaps. But this song is called "Thinking of Me," and it's when you're not quite sure where you stand in a relationship. You're still kind of checking each other out, or maybe you've had a pretty good run of things, and then the relationship seems to be going sideways a little bit, where the flow is ebbing, not flowing so much, and you perhaps aren't in communication as well, and you're like, what's going on? Why is so-and-so kind of dipping in and out of my life? So anyway, Tiffany, why don't we put this song together? And it's called "Thinking of Me" with a question mark. So it's not like thinking of me. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
You called me today. You said, baby, let's play. I can't figure it out. Are we out? Please break my heart. I need to make a new start. Smash it to bits so I can finally call it quits. I think of you, baby. Are you thinking of me? It's that seductive talk. I've been caught on you now. I know I should walk, quit wasting my time. Now it's been a while. Let's just leave it in style. Hate this slippery slope. Need to give up this fight. I think of you, baby. Are you thinking of me? Peel off my load, starts over again. Just with one look, I close my eyes. I should be too. So baby, baby, let me off your hook. I think, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. So, wow. So how are we doing out there? Is anyone enjoying some of the songs or having fun with it at least, or can relate to the message?
Yes. Absolutely. You are
Oh,
amazing.
thanks, sweetie. Thank
Sound
you.
beautiful. Tina.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
I'm with such friends here. I know I'm being held one way or the other. And so, you know, just thank everyone for creating the space. And Isaac and Thorald, I mean, okay, this is what I got to share with them. So, being that this was my very first project like this, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to go up to their beautiful studio in Ojai and we're going to start singing some of the songs. And oh my goodness, I better get some singing lessons. So I actually went to a very good singing instructor. And then I can't remember if it was Thorald or Isaac, but one of them said, by the way, no singing lessons. And I went, what? They said, we don't want anyone telling you what you should and should not do. We want you to be you. And so it was like, I have full permission. And when I got there, they said, just be cuckoo crazy. Like, don't even worry about it. It's us. You know, it's like, really? Okay. You know? So, music has always been a therapy for me. When you're singing, when you're performing, the last thing you're thinking about is what you're concerned over. Really, you're just really, well, unless you know, forget your lines or something. But other than that, it's, you're in a groove, in a space, and it's just, it's like all lights are on. It's fun. It is just pure fun. And if you're a personality such as mine, where you've always been a ham, I was thinking about it today when I was a very little girl. I mean, like 5, 6 years, 7 years old. My mother loved it. I was one of 5 kids, 3 daughters. And she would say, Christine, do your Mae West. And I'm like, okay, mommy. And I'd get out there and go, well, I ain't Mae West, but I'll do my best. Come up and see me sometime, big boy. And I was like this little girl that put on that accent. And I loved doing theater and radio as a child. And I remember taking ballet lessons at 5. My older sister Carol was really much better at it than me. But what struck me was Mr. Showalter, the Russian ballet instructor, who was totally bald on top and had all this hair coming out of his tutu, or it was, not a tutu, but when we look back, and like I said, as some of you may know, I had COVID, Alana had COVID. For each of us, it was the second time we'd had, the COVID experience. And when you're laid down like that, not let alone in our rather awkward, weird world right now, it does give you an opportunity to contemplate what's it all about. Who am I? And what parts of me, well, first of all, looking at your patterns in your life and, taking a pause, it's really a beautiful gift, because I got to look at myself with relationships and where I've created what I ostensibly didn't think I was creating. And so we get to look at the patterns and and take a deeper dive and all of that. And I can't say enough for the opportunity that I've had for being creative, not only with the audiobook, which, if any of you are authors out there, it is a huge undertaking. My audiobook will be released in a month. It's called Relationship. How to write the words you really want to say. I don't know if you can see it. And I got endorsed by John Gray and Catherine Woodward Thomas and all these beautiful people, Christiane Northrup, Ariel Ford. But that was just, to me, the universe saying, yes, you're on the right track. And it's about communicating. It's about getting out of our own way, as I said before, leaping past our ego and getting into our higher heart, being more authentic in who we are. So play, I think, is a big part of living a beautiful life. If we're all serious, what's that all about? And I am human, we all are, and we have our ups and downs. And it was this week that I woke up one morning after having a little meltdown over technology, et cetera. And I thought, why don't I practice what I preach? And that is about the idea that when we are worried, and so many of us are worried today, what's going to happen? How's the world turning? How am I going to pay the rent? Or how am I going to take care of my children? Or, oh my gosh, what's going on with all these crazy politics? And what about this weird disease? Do I take the vaccine or what? Blah, blah. And I had to remind myself, because I am intuitive and I've given intuitive readings. I once read for a woman. I said, oh my gosh, you can't sleep at night. I see you tossing and turning and you're overwhelmed. And who is it you are so worried about? She said, my 20-year-old daughter. And immediately it came through. I said, well, worry is the opposite of love. It's fear. We have fear on one side, love on the other. So when you are worried about someone, some circumstance, some decision even, you're cursing it when you worry. And when you bless it and you see it in a much better space and you see that all is on the right happening in the right way as it's meant to be, and you allow that flow to happen, guess what? It really does heal that nervous system. We really, really need to take care of ourselves. I love all of you that are here, and I hope that your lives will be blessed. I do believe we are in a change. I'm not here to preach about all of that at all, but I know we're vulnerable, and vulnerable to ourselves more than anything. And if we can just put all of the fear aside and really embrace what could be possible and look at your own creative sparks that you all have, things that you may have always wanted to do. And now that we're in pause mode still, you could reconsider that. So anyway, I just wanted to comment about that and say, go for it. You deserve it. So once again, the album, which is Love Letters by Tina Rose. I want to just send you all a big kiss. I know it's Valentine's Day around the corner. Mwah. And just thank you all so very much for being part of my world. I will never forget that you supported me tonight, because it's a new beginning, and I love each and every one of you. So thank you so much. Anyone else want to say anything?
Christine, this is Frank.
Hi, Frank.
How you doing? I've been here all along. I just letting you do your thing, but I want to applaud you. You have an ability to channel, and you have gifts that are given to you. What you've just demonstrated tonight, and what you demonstrated through your life, is just wonderful, and that's what I wish people would do overall. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, Frank is my one of my very, very dearest, bestest friends. He has got the kindest heart of anyone. Frank is part of the what is the name of the organization again, for children without the oh my gosh, I know this organization. Frank, what is it that you lead? What is it called? A Billy, Because I Love You. And it's an organization that supports parents of children of any age that are going through any kind of challenge or difficulty. And Frank has volunteered to lead these groups for over, well, I'm going to say give or take 12 years, if I'm not mistaken. And he is the kindest person ever. My mother, before she passed, I took care of her for a couple of years, and she moved from Florida to California and loved the ocean. And she was in a nursing home or assisted living. And Frank would go to visit her on his own. And one day, Frank said, would you want to go? I want to go see your mom. Come with me. And I'm driving. And Frank had some kind of a big truck. And I said, okay. And so he picks my mother up. He rented a wheelchair, and he brings us to the beach in Cardiff. And in the back of the vehicle was a stack of flattened cardboard boxes. He created a path to the ocean and wheeled my mother to the beach so she could put her feet in the ocean that she missed so dearly. And it makes me want to cry when I think about that, Frank, because it was so amazing, so kind. And I love you dearly. Thank you.
I said, what's this? It's your kiss. I can't get over you. I I'm still under you. Don't need another mistake. Oh, the scent of your skin, I wanna give in. How much more can I take?